Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous. My adventures. Manufactured material gathering from Dav's Hope. Well, I appreciate you coming along on this come along video. we're already up to 77 now of those high density composites. Okay. And then that'll make it 81.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop deployed.
Be sure to look to the bottom right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. YouTube requires 1,000 subscriptions from its content creators, and after 9 months we only have less than 200. And I have 25,000 views to our videos. I have over 1,000 videos.
Incoming message.
And YouTube gives you up to 2,000 subscribes to hand out, and they're all free. So out of those 2,000, if you could just take one of them and subscribe to our channel. You don't have to have notifications turned on. But it'll really make a difference. Underneath the video in the description, you'll see ways of donating and signing up for our Patreon.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop deployed.
But yes, it's boring, but it sure is nice when you're upgrading your ships and you got plenty of materials. But this is a grind game. Credits and materials. And tritium. Earlier today, I ran out and grabbed 720 units of tritium. That was on for 4,200. I could load all but 110 of those. So I took the 110 and I sold them at the next station that we went to. Not only did it pay for all the tritium that I purchased, but it also gave us 2 million 2 million more than we had paid.
Cargo scoop deployed.
So I got all my tritium for free and made 2 million off of it. So that's usually what I do. I take the cutter out 720 tons or units. I fill up the storage. I fill up the fuel tank. I make my next jump and then fill up the fuel tank again and take the rest and sell at the nearest station. And because I bought tritium at 4,200 and sold it at 47,000 per unit, it worked out pretty good, and we did not collect that last one. For one, I didn't hear the crunch, and then I saw the white dot behind us. There's white dots like for that to scan that thing, and it's probably a good idea just to make sure. It'll probably say we've already accessed it. Yeah, it did. But every once in a while I'll check one just to see. But I like topping off our tritium so we don't have to worry about it. At the moment, as of the recording of this video, it'll take a couple of weeks before it gets out onto YouTube, at least. If someone comes by the fleet carrier, you know, at this moment, there's no room.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Now you can buy tritium from our fleet carrier for $99,000, and that helps the fleet carrier and our channel with credits. Yes, it's way more than the average price and all of that, but I don't want it to sell too fast. I don't really care if it sells at all. But I could be somewhere where there's no tritium and somebody just has to have some. They don't really support the channel and all of that. In the next video, we might go out to the crater, collect some raw materials.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop deployed.
We're at 116 out of 200 of those high density composites. See, it's got anti-traction control. It's all over the place. checking everything out. Make sure everything's running and not failing and dying and all that stuff. Oops. It says it's active. It doesn't say it was scanned.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop.
Underneath the video in the description, you'll find ways to donate.
Incoming message.
You can also join our Patreon. That's listed in the description also. And ways to find the fleet carrier wherever it's at. And so you can come by, land on it, buy tritium from us at a kind of a high price, it's $99,000, but it'll really help the channel. And you can donate tritium into the fuel tank. So those are all ways you can help. Also, you can view our over 1,000 videos on our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, underneath the video to the far left. So there are many ways that you can help the channel. Please consider at least one of them. If you've watched our engineering videos, like Celine Jean was one of the last ones,
Incoming message.
you'll see how much material it took to complete the armor and hull reinforcements. It just wiped us out. So you probably wonder why we collect so much material. That's why. If you watch those videos. Because it sucks them dry. Especially when you have 11 ships that you're up. Plus, the two major things we're doing is cargo missions and material gathering. So we're just kind of going back and forth between them. We're at about 8.7 billion. And when we get to 10 billion, we'll slow down even more on cargo missions. Just like someday we will fill up on materials and we won't be able to do that anymore. We're at 71% competent on our combat rating. We're doing bounty hunting and resource extraction sites. And that's working out pretty well. Now, I'm not really a combat player, so it's still out of my comfort zone, but it is working.
Incoming message.
I guess I'm more of a grinder, because I've been grinding for over a year, and I've got almost 4,000 hours of grinding. I do have 2 elite statuses. I got one in trade and explore. I do have a fleet carrier with all the services except for black market. And nearly getting closer to 10 billion extra, 11 ships, including 4 cutters and 4 pythons, a vulture and a Fer-de-Lance, and the original Sidewinder. I have to remind or talk about the Sidewinder, because if I don't, you'll go, well, that's only 10. Yeah, the original Sidewinder's there, so that's 11. And I have modified it too. I've upgraded it, the Sidewinder, right there alongside all the other ships. Why? I don't know. Just to do it. Because we can. We're up now up to 149 out of 200 for that high capacity, high density composite. We're getting closer. So we're 75% on that. So it'll be 152 now. At least Sothis is not on lockdown, and I can take on cargo missions, so in Sothis and at Sothis Mining. Pretty awesome. Now I wish they would put a large landing pad at Sothis Mining and sell tritium there at Sothis Mining. Doesn't mean I'd buy it there, but maybe they would have times of discount that I can pick it up there at Sothis Mining. That would be pretty nice. My gameplay is in little chunks. You get to see it all. I record all of it. So I don't really hold any of it back. So, I mean, as long as it worked, you get to eventually see it. So, yeah, it's in little chunks. And I play a little bit all throughout the day when I can. We're at 155. I don't play like 10 hours straight or something like that. No, it's just in little parts, little, 15 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there. I take a lot of breaks. Because I do grind stuff and I get bored quite fast. Check everything, make sure it's all okay. It's a little warm. I have an MSI X470 motherboard, the Gaming 7. It's got kind of all the bells and whistles.
Incoming message.
Still have a Radeon 5 or a Ryzen 5. I'm looking for a Ryzen 7. The motherboard will take up to a Ryzen 9, but that's way too expensive. currently have 32 gig of RAM. The newer motherboard will have up to 64 gig available, so if I find 2 sticks of 16 gig each, that's the same type brand of the initial 32 that I have, I will, and it's at a decent price, I will add more RAM up to 64 gig. This will probably be our last round, and then our next video will be another set of rounds for manufacturing material.
Incoming message. Cargo scope
I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along for the next set. And we'll see you then. Goodbye.